Hello, it's Andy from PCR Global with another one of our risk management 3-minute, 5-minute walk and talk videos. Today I'm going to talk about personality, something we've all got and something I think we all comment on with others. So I honestly think it's an undervalued or under-focused area for risk managers generally, whether you're a security risk manager or a safety risk manager. But also if you're a boss and you don't consider the impact your personality can have, then that can have a big effect in the workplace on your productivity, quality, also on security and the safety of others as well. So as normal, quick look around, check we're safe and secure. We've got the tide coming in, make sure we stay on the right hand side. So personality. So I can't find there being an agreed definition of personality. If anybody knows for one, I'll be happy to listen to that. But the American Psychological Association say it is the individual, personal differences in the characteristic patterns of our thoughts or of our feelings and then of our behaviour. So the thoughts leading into our behaviour. We talked briefly before about perception. We talked about visual attention and competence. Again, these are all sort of abstract ideas. These are what we sort of think. They're not concrete. So our personality obviously varies, as we know. I'm sure we know people with varying personalities. Why is that important? Because yes, it affects security, it can affect safety. So in security, for one, if we don't treat our employees with respect, then we could end up with inequitable relationships. So equity theory, it's a good area to look at. I think that one was Adams, but equity theory, and that basically says that we will look to sort of redress that relationship if we're not treated right. I certainly think I've seen that in the workplace. The insider threat, really worth looking at the CP&I website, the Centre for the Protection of National Infrastructure. That talks to us about our personnel risk assessments. So I suppose those people's personalities would need to be of a certain way if they were to bring sort of sabotage or threats or theft. Product deviance, people stealing. Production deviance, that's the sort of stealing of time. Again, affecting the quality of our service. So it all relates: health, safety, security, environment and quality. Another interesting area is Differential Associations. It's a good study area. Edwin Sutherland, a very renowned criminologist, also came up with white collar crime, all to do with personalities. So our thinking, our feeling, and then our sort of behaviour. I sort of think of this as, I can refer to this myself as sort of the tale of two bosses. See if I can get out of the wind. The tale of two bosses for me. So the last few years I've had two very different bosses. One really looked after his staff, looked after his people, invested in them, and the other was, from other people's feelings, a bully. And that really does lead me into sort of the last point there, which is psychological safety. So that's another area worth looking at. I believe Amy C. Edmondson, she's got a great book called The Fearless Organisation. And psychological safety, it's basically referring to our ability to feel confident, to be able to speak up in the workplace if we think there's something wrong. I'm sure we've all had interactions with people who don't really allow you to speak your mind. They only have their point of view, and that can definitely interrupt the really good communication flow upwards from the guys on the ground, and you're going to fail to get any decent information. So I think personality is really important. It can face us, if we think about it enough, we can start doing some sort of personal reflection on where we see ourselves being with our personality. So if you haven't even thought of personality before, I'd say have a look at it. It's a really good area that leads us into all the other areas that we've talked about. So thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay productive, stay healthy. Never trust it, always test it. Thank you very much for watching.